My mission on this earth is to connect people to the magic of nature, to thrive physically and globally. Hi, my name's Hayley Weatherburn and welcome to Thriving with Nature. Hello! Climbing a tree? Hey Thrivers, welcome to this week's episode, and new Thrivers. There's so many new people on here. I'm just truly grateful. I'm gonna take us for a walk to some land that I am helping to create a permaculture farm. But until then, I want to talk to you about something. I had a comment on one of my YouTube videos. It was Syntropic Agroforestry interview with Dave from Sanctuary Farms, and I'm gonna read that comment now.
I'm glad veganism has been mentioned, be it at the end of the conversation, as there's very little point extolling the virtues of connecting with nature while serving yourself a breakfast of bacon and eggs followed by a glass of cow milk.
Lena, thank you so much for that question. It's a question that I've been pondering for a while now, and it's actually, well, it's not even a question, it was a comment. And it's something I wanted to share because as someone who's very passionate about getting our planet back to thrive and aligning ourselves so that our health thrives when you align with how nature forms, it also benefits the planet. And so I'm constantly in nature observing. First principle of permaculture is to observe and interact. And so what I'm looking for is to see the best methods of how we can help this planet thrive. And a lot of you that know Syntropic Agroforestry and Regenerative Agriculture are definitely two areas in permaculture. The three systems and philosophies and principles that I see that if our agricultural world moves towards that, we will thrive with nature. We can have a modern lifestyle and our food system will thrive. Our health will improve. The planet will be able to draw down carbon and so forth. Like it works all the way. But what Lena talked about, it's very interesting. So I was a vegan. I became a vegetarian in March 2014, and then I shortly moved into veganism. I just saw that I felt better. I thought it seemed to me that the health was a lot better. So for me, when I see systems and processes and philosophies that align with nature, that helps our modern lifestyle thrive, that's where I lean to. And so, interestingly, I had an existential crisis on this topic of eating meat, what's more natural, all those kind of things. And so this is what this brings me to, is what is a natural system? And is it natural to eat meat? For nature to actually thrive, death is involved. For nature to actually thrive, death is involved. In life, there is death. In nature, there is death. Animals need to survive. My cat needs meat. I have to kill an animal for my animal to survive. I have a friend who's in PETA. She wasn't in PETA. She was a lawyer that helped PETA, the animal group. And I said to her, because she's vegan, and I said, "What do you feed your cat?" And she said, "Meat. My cat's a carnivore. That's the most natural thing." I was like, okay, cool. Because we get caught up in this concentration camp, of animal slaughter. That is one thing that the brilliant vegan movement is helping to do, it's pulling the pendulum this way so that we can stop factory farms. That is just insane. I agree on that. But there's this extremity. In nature, there's balance. And if a system goes out of balance, it starts to collapse. Now, most of you who've interested in nature has probably by now seen how the wolves brought the rivers back in Yellowstone National Park. Hang on, I'm going to get to the top of this hill and continue recording because this is hilly. So the wolves in Yellowstone National Park, we had removed the wolves, and what had happened was these animals that no longer had a predator weren't moving around as much, and they were overeating in sections of they started overpopulating, they started getting disease and dying. The rest of the ecosystems were falling apart. Everything was starting to go out of balance. And then they brought the wolves back in, natural predator. The animals started moving. The wolves would take the sick and the unhealthy, and so the system came back into balance, and rivers changed because of where the animals were trampling and what they were drinking. It brought a balance back in. The predators are very key. Now, if we just go to an extreme and the entire human population goes vegan, there will be potential out of balance. Now, I'm sure I'm going to trigger some things, and I'm here to say, in nature, death in nature, killing an animal for food, has happened for thousands of years. Yes, as a human being, we are omnivorous and can thrive, for some of us, plant-based only. However, we as humans, we're not just physical, we're mental. Mental can change things, and sometimes eating meat is very important for someone, for their system. And what I am trying to share is, one, it's natural in an ecosystem to have animals be eaten. There is death in nature, and that's the sad thing. When I was studying soil agriculture with Kiss the Ground, there's 5 principles of regenerative agriculture, and the 4th one is animal integration. Now, they said you can have a vegan farm if you want, but you as the human have to replace the animal integration. You become the animal. You have to cut the grass, because normally the cows would eat the grass. You have to add the fertilizer, like the manure. You have to manually go and get some manure from another cow from somewhere and add it, and urine. Same with chickens. They provide nitrogen for the soil, which is amazing. They also help kill pests. Animals are a very big part of the system. They eliminate pests. They add nutrients and microbiomes to the soil. They prune it, they constantly are nibbling it. It is a very important part of regenerative agriculture, is to have animal integration of some sort. I watched this documentary by Kiss the Ground, a 24-minute one. It was on regenerative agriculture. This woman, Cassie, she's taken over the farm from her father and she shifted it into regenerative agriculture. Those cows were having the best life possible. They were sauntering in and out of different paddocks, guided by the farmer, and they were helping. The soil was improving. They were living most happy lives. And sure, I don't know if I could do that, because I would end up naming all the cows and I wouldn't be able to kill any of them. But for some people that is fine, and that's natural for them. And that's my point, is let's be kind to one another. In a natural system, there has to be death for life to keep going. The natural rainforest, that's the entrance to the rainforest up there. The natural rainforest, actually, there is life and death happening every day. There's fungus taking over dead bodies. There's animals eating animals eating insects. The ecosystem thrives because of that balance. The ecosystem thrives because of that balance. So yeah, so that's the pondering, and that's the existential crisis, because I went very extreme vegan. I was like, this is much healthier for us. But then when I always, Mother Nature is my source of information. Look at this, the sun. Mother Nature is my source of information, and I'm always looking to her, what she does. So firstly, thank you very much, Lena, for that comment. I appreciate it, and I appreciate all the movement that we are moving towards a more plant-based focus. But let's not judge, and let's be kind to one another, and let's get to a more natural, let's thrive with nature. All right, we're just about to get there. So I want to introduce you to, for those of you who don't know, this is the farm that I will be helping shift this to a permaculture farm. Let me turn this around. I want to welcome you to Thriving with Nature Farm. You and I are about to embark on a journey. We're about to learn how to, together. Yes, I have done a PDC, a permaculture design course. I've done some Syntropic Agroforestry course. I've done a regenerative agriculture soil advocacy training, but that's all been theory. And now I have the land to create this vision where, with local knowledge and permaculture knowledge and integration of creating a permaculture farm that really thrives. It has Syntropic Agroforestry, it has regenerative agricultural principles, so it will probably have animals. I would love a cow, because I see the benefits of having a cow to help keep the grass down. It grows so quickly here, as well as adding that beautiful manure and nutrients. balance. I want to bring chickens in so they can help me with the pest control, and then I'll probably eat their eggs because that's an input-output situation in permaculture. We're about to embark on this journey. The only thing that's been happened is we've created the driveway, we've put the boundaries on this smaller piece of land, put this beautiful bamboo lookout out. And so what's going to happen in the next few weeks is I'm going to take you back to the journey of finding this land and all these processes, building the driveway and all of that. So we're going to start the vlog of building a permaculture farm here. I'm very excited about it, and it's going to have its ups and downs. It already has. There's been times where the language barriers got to me, where trying to understand what's happening, sometimes when chemicals have been used. It's this journey of balance of understanding and learning the locals, how they did things originally, anciently, as well as what they're doing now. Understanding and integrating and bringing in ideas and concepts that I've been learning and trialing it and seeing how it goes, and aligning with nature, watching what happens when I cut down this, or when I plant this, or when I bring an animal in. It's going to be a journey. My vision is that it's like The Biggest Little Farm. If you haven't watched that, please watch that. The Biggest Little Farm series. So join me on that vlog. I'm super excited to bring you along. And the whole process is learning how we can thrive with nature. Yeah, but thank you so much for watching. And Lena, thank you so much for your question. Let's come back into kindness. Even the Dalai Lama would eat a steak if you served it to him, because he believes that you have gone out of your way to make something for him, and that's the kindness. So it's let's not judge each other, but let's all move towards regenerative agriculture systems that thrive with nature, and also a balanced diet of 80% plant-based, 20% meat if you choose to eat meat, and I feel that is part of thriving with nature. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hit subscribe and the notification bell so the next video, especially the next one that comes, sharing this journey. Let's get on this journey together and embark, and each week I'll take you through the lessons, the learnings, and the absolute adventure of creating what I hope to see, a natural balanced ecosystem here that thrives and provides food and learnings and all sorts of things here. So have a beautiful day, and let's thrive together.
For more information, you can visit thrivingwithnature.com. See you next week.